Live from the Loft 100 studios in beautiful, sunny San Diego, California, it is a Big Biz Show. Rolling along.
That's it? Are you still going?
No, I'm getting there.
Or like last time, welcome to the Big Business Show.
I didn't.
Large commerce program.
I'm Costa. That's our executive producer, Greg Todorov.
My God.
And the man behind the bar driving the ship as always, dropping his knowledge, Sully.
Wow, hi.
Wow. How are you?
What about the trio?
Well, that wraps up this segment.
And the day,
What?
and the Day Trader Trio. Guys, give me a 1-2.
Hey, one of the favorite things we get to do here on the show is interview folks that you tell us that you want to see. One such company is Dakota Gold Corp. The president, CEO, and director's name is Jonathan Awde. He's been a regular guest. You're going to hear a lot more from him, and he's, I think, a resident gold expert at this point. And Jonathan is moving the needle on a couple places in Dakota. Now, do you own any gold?
Done.
Yeah. Do you own any gold?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Tell us about your gold.
Well,
A couple of cufflinks from Grandpa Costa?
my wife's
like the incisor of Grandma Costa?
that one. My wife's belly button ring. I've got a couple pieces. No, there's our financial guy has us in gold. So there we go. I don't know.
Hopefully it's
I've
easy.
never heard plausible deniability more representative of that attitude. Hey, investor gold guy. Yeah, welcome to the program, Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan, great to have you along, bud. I want to hear what's the latest because you are on a roll here, and you are moving and shaking. And look at him. He's dressed like a Watergate trial. So talk to us about what the latest, because the last time you were on, you picked off a lot of news milestones that you said were going to come, and certainly they did come. So what's up next?
Yeah, so I guess, we announced this morning some new drill intercepts from our Richmond Hill project in the Black Hills in South Dakota. And we hit 1,000 feet of gold mineralization, which is very significant and represents a new target opportunity for us underneath a known area of gold mineralization. So it's very exciting, but Sully, as we talked about in the past, right now, no one cares about gold, which is, if you take a contrarian approach, which is why it's a great opportunity. You're seeing short interest in the gold space at or near all-time highs, but yet there's still strong physical demand, but there's a lack of interest in the gold equities. And this creates an opportunity.
Jonathan, what gives you confidence that the Dakota Gold Corp mine in South Dakota is the secret sauce?
Well, again, we're contiguous with this generational ore body that Homestake mined for 125 years. Again, as I said before on the show, it's still the largest single mine in the history of the U.S. And it shut down in 2001. We were able to acquire all of the ground around it. And the discovery that we announced on May 4th, called the JB discovery, is in the same host, same age, right next door. And it's a really exciting opportunity, but still very early days for us.
Jonathan, in the course of our adult lifetime involving investments, gold has sometimes had a popularity swell, and then it was out of favor. It seems like you guys are coming back. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think you look at U.S. debt levels. I think you look at what's happened with interest rates historically. And what's happening with interest rates now, the fact that gold is still kind of hanging in there. You've had a rally in the dollar recently, but you're seeing, credit card debt in the U.S. at or near all-time highs. And as we discussed on prior shows, you're seeing, the slow shift away from settling transactions in U.S. dollars. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. The U.S. dollar is still the world's reserve currency. But every year you'll see, that erosion continue to take place. Now you're looking at just the cost to service U.S. debt is more than the U.S. spends on military every year.
Yeah.
So it's becoming a very meaningful number. That is, gold. So gold is not just an insurance policy. It's a protection of wealth. It's store of value.
It's a hedge against inflation, right? I mean, is that?
Absolutely.
What's interesting here is if you think in terms of how gold is traded, and you look at maybe an exchange traded fund like IAU or GLD, and it tracks the gold the gold markets, it's an easy way to be in precious metals without sort of having to go through a gold broker, so on and so forth. Are you thinking that needs to be a mix for most investors?
Yeah, I think if you're looking at having some level of exposure to the gold space, there's a number of ways to get exposure. You can buy physicals, so you can buy coins, you can buy bars, and some people don't like doing that because then you got to store it. There's a cost associated with that. You can buy the ETF, which right. owns a basket of gold producers or silver, or streamers, royalty companies, or you can try to sharpshoot and have some exposure if you want to have real leverage to what you might feel is the market turning to be a more favorable kind of bull market environment.
Well, so the exchange traded funds are GLD and IAU, and they track the price of gold like perfectly. So if you want to get involved, you can trade it today, and as Hallie will tell you, you can get out of it today. It's amazing because precious metals just don't work like that until now, and it's really interesting how the markets work on that. What's next for you guys, Jonathan?
So we're drilling. We have 4 rigs active. We're really trying to sharpshoot now, and at our Richmond Hill project, we've got 4 rigs active in the district, 2 at Richmond Hill, 2 at our Maitland project. The drill holes we announced this morning were at our Richmond Hill project. So again, 1,000 feet of gold mineralization is very significant, and it's really the first time we've gone underneath the historical mineralization at Richmond Hill. So exciting new opportunity for us there. We'll be focusing on that. And then at our Maitland project, which is contiguous with the famous Homestake mine, we're following up and looking to expand on our 2 discoveries we've made this year.
Jonathan, we have about 30 seconds left. I'm just curious, has science and technology allowed you guys to kind of whittle down where you should be looking for gold in the world instead of the whole world?
Yes, but it doesn't. It kind of eliminates where not to be, but it doesn't exactly say there's going to be a gold deposit right there. I mean, the real lie detector test is putting holes in the ground. It's drilling. So you can do, sampling, geophysics, which can help align you as to where you need to be. And ultimately, you need to put holes in the ground.
Jonathan, can't wait to talk to you again. By the way, stock symbol DC. DC, Dakota Gold Corp, with Jonathan Awde. I love how he talks top down in the industry of gold. Mm-hmm. Are you even interested in gold at this point?
Absolutely.
You seem like you're falling asleep.
No. It seems like and more and more on television and radio right now, it is gold commercials everywhere.
Yeah.
I will tell you, go check out their website because there's a ton of news about what happens after we stimulate the economy.
Yeah.
And gold prices. It's almost like you can time it. Jonathan Awde, once again, CEO Director, Dakota Gold Corp, DC. Big Biz Show continues in a minute.